Hey guys, in this video we're going to be introducing alkanes. So what are alkanes is kind of the first question here. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about how we classify or figure out the type of an organic molecule. So organic molecules are classified by what's called their functional group. So what is a functional group then? That means that it's a characteristic part of an organic molecule that has certain properties. So for example, this could be one atom, such as a halogen, and that means that that molecule overall has kind of similar properties to something called a haloalkane or something similar to that. Or it could also be something that's a group of atoms in a particular arrangement. So for example, a molecule could have a carbon connected to an oxygen, connected to another carbon. That is called an ether group, and that is a functional group. An ether is a functional group. So it's one atom or a set of atoms connected to a carbon chain that has specific characteristics. So the first type of organic compound we're going to learn about is actually the type of molecule with no functional groups. These are called alkanes. So these are the most simple organic molecules. They are, let's change how that says. They are the most simple. They're the most simple organic molecules because they only contain carbon-carbon and carbon-hydrogen single bonds. The single bonds part of this is absolutely vital to your understanding of alkanes because as soon as you get like a carbon-carbon double bond, that changes to a new kind of molecule. So alkanes are the most simple you can get, just carbons and hydrogens, typically in chain type things. And we'll see examples of this in a moment. And alkanes in real life are commonly used as fuels, such as propane and butane are torches that we use for ultra hot torching of things. My fiance uses a butane torch for his plumbing work that he's doing right now in his house. And then octane is the gas that we use in our cars. So one of the things that we're going to talk about and what we need to learn about is how to name these molecules, or how do you put the name to the actual structure. So there's a kind of a formula to this so that everybody in the world names the molecules the same. And it's that we have particular prefix and suffix for each molecule. The suffix is going to be referring to an alkane. So you'll notice as we get different functional groups, we're going to change the suffix. And the suffix for alkanes is ANE. Pay particular attention to the A because that will change when we have either double or triple bonds in a carbon chain. And then the prefix for the word is going to correspond to how many carbons are in that molecule, or in the longest chain specifically. Sorry. So Greek prefixes correspond to the number of carbons in the chain. Let's make this blue. Oh, there it is. So that it matches our chart below. So for example, if our molecule is an alkane that has one carbon in it, like this first row here, we use the prefix meth. So that's a Greek prefix meaning one. So the name of the molecule, we're going to combine meth, our Greek prefix, with ane, A-N-E. So the name is then methane, and the structure is just CH4, one carbon with all of our bonds, our 4 bonds all to hydrogens. For 2 carbon atoms, it's Eth, so the molecule name is ethane. For 3, it's prop, for propane. 4 is bute, for butane. 5 is pent, for pentane. So here's the smallest molecule sets. Go ahead and pause the video and work on filling this out. I didn't want to have to make you guys wait and watch me write all of that stuff. But I'm going to continue on. We're going to learn what the prefixes are through 10 carbons. So for 6, we have hex for hexane. 7 is hept for heptane. 8 is oct, octane. 9 is none for nonane. And the last one is 10, which is dec for decane. So take a moment, write all of these things out. I will tell you guys that because this class is open note, you do not necessarily have to memorize all of these, but I do think that it would be extremely helpful for you to do so. Because as we're going through these, you don't want to have to stop and in the middle of a problem have to go run through your notes and find out what hept means or how many that means. You will have the ability to do that if you choose to. However, it would be for the rest of the semester, knowing these will just make things much quicker and easier and faster. Well, that's our intro initially to alkanes, and I'll see you guys in the next video.